Has God ever shown you or promised you something that seems so far to reach? Has He ever promised you something that, you thought that you would be able to receive it immediately? Well, I'm here to encourage you today as you wait for the promises to be fulfilled, especially for those of you who have given up hope on those very dreams that the Lord has given to you. My name is Maxine Thompson, and today's Daily Word Byte comes from the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37. So as we know in the story, Ezekiel is brought to the valley of dry bones. The Lord brings him there and shows him this valley of dry, dead bones, and says to Ezekiel, "Ezekiel, say to these bones, live, or do you think that these bones can live?" And Ezekiel, being human like you and I'm sure was thinking, Lord, how do you expect me to know that answer? I don't know. And so he says to the Lord, I don't know. You're the only one that would have the answer to that. But I love how the Lord responded to that answer. He responded and said, speak to these bones and say, live. And so Ezekiel, not wavering in his faith, spoke exactly what the Lord told him to speak to the valley of dry bones, and the dry bones rose up and they began to live. How many of us have felt like, God, when is this thing coming? Like, this is crazy. I've been waiting how many years? I've been waiting how many months? This business deal, this spouse that you said that you promised, this prosperity that you promised. When is it coming? Because I'm losing hope. I'm giving up like these dry bones. I can't continue to believe because I'm not seeing what you're saying is going to come. But we have to remember that in the book of Proverbs, the Word of God also says that death and life are in the power of the tongue. And we are creative beings like our God. We were created and formed in His image, and our words have power. And so as Ezekiel declared the word of the Lord over these dry bones, I pray that you would be encouraged to speak to your dry situations. And in the same way, you will see these dry things, these dry experiences, you'll start to see them be resurrected back to life like the valley of dry bones did. God is so faithful. And I know sometimes it's hard to wait, but the word also says, if the vision tarries, we shall still wait. While we're waiting, still believe and trust God. Keep our eyes on Him. Keep Him first, and everything else will be added. And surely He is a God who says what He means and means what He says. And He's not going to turn around and not do what He said He's going to do in your life. It's just up to us to be patient with what God is doing and to trust His timing. So I hope that you are encouraged today by this word. I pray that you would receive blessings, that your faith will be increased, that you would know that the Lord has nothing but good for you in store for your future. Because His word says the plans that He has for you are to prosper you, not to harm you, to give you hope and a bright future. No matter how things are looking and no matter how things feel, God is still faithful. We just have to trust His timing, trust the process, and speak to your dry, dead situations and say to them, live.